even heard of the unlawful action title Kane Lynch, you probably know that the title characters are a violent couple of guys with questionable histories. If you're familiar with the Hitman series, you know that the developers at IO Interactive are capable of doing shocking things as well. Their latest stab at a gritty, blood-soaked crime drama definitely hits the mark with a Hollywood-caliber story and a high body count. Other than the wholesale slaughter of anyone who gets in your way, trust and betrayal are the main themes. Fittingly, the main characters aren't your typical straightforward heroes or even anti-heroes, and they bring plenty of dysfunctional baggage to the table. Kane, who you'll directly control, is a family man turned mercenary with a laundry list of unsavory acts on his to-do list during his quest to save his daughter. Lynch is a medicated psychopath who may or may not have killed his wife, but has definitely killed a number of other people.
Is that all you got? Christ. He killed the hostages. You're only faking it.
The two men have a genuinely interesting journey that fits in well with an overall game design that focuses on heists, break-ins, and escalates to all-out war. If you have an objection to profanity and violence, you may want to take a pass on this one, but considering the themes, everything is right on target.
Don't fucking talk to me. You just get your shit together, you hear me?
Snap the fuck out of me!
In a lot of ways, Kane Lynch isn't so different from other third-person shooters. You have guns, you have grenades, and you can kill people up close and personal if you have to. You also have just about everything else you'd want or need in a third-person shooter, including regenerating health, simple squad commands, a cover system that lets you blind fire from behind cover, and precision aiming when you hold down the left trigger. In the action department, the game manages to set itself apart with crowd scenes, notably a Tokyo nightclub scene and a chaotic prison break sequence. The game's progression is pretty typical too, with the action broken up by in-game cutscenes and full-blown in-between cinema scenes. The game does keep things moving by playing dialogue during load times.
Who made you the boss, wife killer?
Come on, Shelly. This isn't the time.
And uses a flashback effect when you're in a near-death state to keep your mind in the story.
Please, Kane. Listen to yourself. You're losing it.
Kane Lynch isn't an exceptionally long game, and later missions definitely stack the odds against you to round out the difficulty curve. But the game also includes a co-op mode that lets the second player take control of Lynch, who often carries a powerful revolver for novelty, and a unique semi-cooperative, semi-competitive online mode called Fragile Alliance that rewards you for both working together, screwing over your team, and taking revenge. Altogether, it's a compelling package that goes the extra mile to give players variety and value. Kane Lynch has a certain feel to its gunplay that's generally satisfying, but may frustrate players who want total precision control and consistency. It feels great when you gun someone down with a short burst, but many weapons aren't accurate at range, and while you may be right on target, your character will continually miss the mark. The cover system is automatic and pretty consistent, but you will run into problems knowing exactly when you're out of danger or in position to make a clear shot. Squad commands also work well, but your team will sometimes get themselves killed. Like life, you have to take the good with the bad. The game does so many things well that you can forgive it for not doing everything perfectly, and the overall experience will be a positive one for action fans. One thing that works nearly perfectly is the game's approach to death. If you're taken down, your colleagues have the chance to revive you with an adrenaline shot, and you can do the same for them. This doesn't mean you're invincible though. Too many shots and you'll overdose and need to start over from your last checkpoint. The game has a natural escalation from easygoing to murderously tough, putting you up against cops first, mobs of cops later, and eventually a small army of trained mercenaries. While you get more backup from your crew and more powerful weapons as you go along, there aren't a lot of new concepts introduced. Fortunately, you'll have all the tools you'll need, and gameplay stays fresh for the full run. Co-op is only available offline and can be fun as long as you can deal with the handicap of a vertically split view. Fragile Alliance, the game's aptly named online mode, may not be the kind of bread and butter variety you can play for months on end, but working with your friends to collect money and deciding when to pull the trigger and betray the team is an exciting and unique experience. While Kane Lynch doesn't exactly pack a visual punch, its semi-stylized, semi-realistic visuals and nice touches like Kane's unnatural bald spot still make it a genuinely good-looking game. Explosions, especially rocket-propelled grenades, feel a little bit weak visually, but mood and atmosphere help make up the difference. Voice work may be the absolute high point of the presentation, with solid voice work backing up a very solid script.
We could have gone to the hotel first. 12 hours on a fucking plane, my neck is killing me.
Stop bitching. We still got a long night ahead of us.
Bitching? I'm not bitching. I just hate being ignored.
The right combination of gameplay elements and design decisions make Kane Lynch easy to recommend to crime junkies and anyone who enjoys a little therapeutic video game violence. A well-executed plot really makes the game, while the multiplayer editions add replay value and variety. The game manages to find the right flow and lets you indulge your dark side while getting your action fix. Kane Lynch go through hell, but you end up getting a pretty sweet deal.